Emmy Parker dashed through the doors of the art gallery, her heart racing as she realized she was in the wrong place. Her eyes caught on a vibrant canvas, and just as she turned to leave, she bumped into Jack Morrison, sending one of his paintings to the floor with a resounding thud.
Well, that's one way to make an impression.
Jack remarked, a playful smile tugging at his lips.
I'm so sorry. I thought this was my venue.
Emmy replied, her cheeks flushed with embarrassment. The awkwardness quickly melted into laughter, and they found themselves engrossed in conversation, exchanging numbers before Emmy hurried off to her actual event. Days turned into weeks, and Emmy and Jack kept finding themselves in each other's path as if the city itself conspired to bring them together. From running into each other at a quaint bookstore to sharing a cab on a rainy day, each meeting seemed more serendipitous than the last. Their evenings stretched into midnight adventures, exploring hidden corners of the city and discovering shared loves and vulnerabilities.
It's like the universe wants us to be friends.
Emmy mused one evening, a hint of something more in her voice.
Or maybe more than friends.
Jack suggested with a teasing grin. One night, after a spirited debate over New York City's best pizza, they found themselves on a subway platform, the energy electric between them. Emmy, her defenses lowered, leaned in close.
Only one way to settle this,
Jack whispered, before capturing her lips in a kiss that felt both reckless and right, igniting a spark that neither could deny. The days that followed were a whirlwind of laughter and love. Emmy and Jack spent hours lost in conversation, sharing dreams they had never voiced to anyone else. Jack's art flourished with Emmy as his muse, while Emmy found her writing imbued with newfound passion and authenticity, encouraged by Jack's unwavering belief in her talent.
I've never felt so alive.
Emmy confessed one night, wrapped in Jack's arms.
That's because you make life worth living.
Jack replied, his voice full of sincerity. Just as their future seemed brightest, shadows loomed. Jack began suffering from severe headaches, though he brushed them off as stress. It wasn't until he collapsed during a coffee date that the truth emerged. A rare, aggressive brain cancer with limited treatment options. Emmy's heart shattered, but she vowed to stand by him, even as Jack tried to push her away, not wanting to burden her with his fate.
I'm not going anywhere,
Emmy declared, her voice steady despite the tears in her eyes.
I don't want this for you,
Jack protested weakly, his eyes filled with both love and fear. With time slipping away, Jack insisted on one last adventure, a road trip up the coast. They revisited cherished places, capturing memories even as their hearts ached. One evening, as they sat by a beach bonfire, Jack silently slipped a ring onto Emmy's finger, proposing without words. Emmy accepted, tears streaming down her face as she embraced their fleeting forever.
I love you,
she whispered, her voice strong with the weight of what lay ahead.
Always,
Jack replied, holding her close under the starlit sky.